Hey guys, what is up? Today we're going to be talking about the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit, which was a game I was very hyped for when I first saw the trailer when I was watching E3 way back in 2018. At the time I had just recently completed Life is Strange 1 and Beyond the Storm, so to say I was looking forward to this game was a bit of an understatement. I remember downloading it as soon as it came available to pre-download on Steam. However, the release day of the game also just happened to coincide with my first day of work at a new job, so I didn't get to play the game that day. Then I kept on saying to myself, I'll get around to playing it as soon as I have time. So it's been roughly 1,200 days and I have now found the time. To be honest, there's a small chance I may have completely forgot about it till I saw that Life is Strange 2 was on sale on Steam, which is really upsetting because I quite enjoyed playing through the game. The game may only roughly be an hour and 20 minutes long, but boy, it is a great game. Now let's touch on a little bit of the base story of the game before we really get into it. During the game you play as Chris Erickson, a 9-year-old boy who lives with his father Charles. Chris's mother passed away after being hit by a car, something that Charles never recovered from, losing his job as a teacher after turning to alcohol to try to cope with the loss of his wife. And it is also shown that he is sometimes rough with Chris, both verbally and physically, as he points out a bruise on Chris's arm. It is at this point that I want to talk about what I feel this game captures better than almost any other game I've played before, and that is sort of like the childlike ability to come up with your own world inside your head. Chris also is a superhero named Captain Spirit, and throughout the game you can use his superpowers to become Captain Spirit and do things like turn the TV on, make a log combust into flames, and fight multiple monsters throughout the story. Of course, unlike Max in Life is Strange, Chris does not actually have any superhero powers. It's just all in his imagination, which very much reminds me of me when I was a kid pretending that I had the Force because I watched way too much Star Wars. The Captain Spirit aspect of this game has you fighting multiple villains. The three that I chose to fight in my playthrough, the ones that I came across, were the Water Eater, the Snowmancer, and the big bad Mandroid. Of course, since this isn't technically a superhero game, all of those villains were somewhat mundane things. The Water Eater was a simple fight, you just walked towards him, and the Water Eater was actually the water heater, which had turned itself off. And then Snowmancer is a snowman, if you couldn't have guessed, and his eye just falls off mid-fight. Pretty good. Now, where I expected the game to end was with the big bad Mandroid, which involves you having to get your full set of Captain Spirit gear on, and also going in your dad's car / your spaceship to go to Mandroid's home planet. Now, after walking around Mandroid's home planet for a little bit, you find out that Mandroid is a combination of the two streets that Chris lives near, and then I believe Mandroid knocks Chris out, and then that's the end of that battle. So after that, I decided to head back into the house to go wake my dad up from the basketball game to go collect a Christmas tree, which he had promised we would do earlier in the day. And then, however, it starts to go downhill just a little bit. Charles is in a drunken state as he was drinking while watching the game. And then he falls over, hitting his leg on the couch. Then the neighbor comes to the door after hearing a loud bang. Chris tells her what happens, attempting to lie ineffectively, which Charles hears and then proceeds to get mad at Chris.
I didn't say anything, Dad. I swear. Dad, please believe me.
Jesus, stop that whining. You're not a baby anymore. Oh, boo-hoo, Daddy. Believe me. Grow up.
But
You're just like your mom. Every time I look at you, every time you talk.
Stop it.
I see your face. Why? And if it wasn't for you, she would have never taken the car that day. Never. Oh, hey, Chris, look, hey, I didn't mean that, buddy.
Yes! Yes, you did!
No, listen, Chris.
Chris then runs away to his treehouse, then while rushing up the ladder, one of the rungs on the ladder breaks, sending Chris tumbling to the floor. At the last second after closing his eyes, Chris slowly opens his eyes to witness him floating inches above the ground. After getting back up, Chris looks around to see the Diaz brothers standing in the adjacent yard. After waving, the screen fades to black. To be continued. The ending implies to find out what happened to Chris and his father, you need to buy Life is Strange 2, which I haven't played through yet. And also from the ending of this game, I get the idea that it was entirely made to promote Life is Strange 2. However, even if this game does exist solely to promote Life is Strange 2, they really went over the top for it. Like most game developers, when they want a smaller game to promote their new game, they'll do like a mobile game or something like that. But this game is an amazing experience. And if you haven't played it before, I definitely recommend you pick it up, counting it is indeed free to play. And personally, I can't wait to see what happens to Chris when I finally get around to playing Life is Strange 2. So that is it, my first video game review / video essay sort of thing. If you guys did enjoy this, make sure to subscribe, as I definitely plan on doing more of these in the future. And hopefully I'll get a little bit better at it, because I know this wasn't the best, but I really think it turned out pretty well for my standards for now. So I hope you guys will subscribe to see more videos in the future, and I also hope I'll see you at those next videos. Bye!